When I hear about oppression, something inside me just jumps. When I hear about persecution, something inside me just jumps. Well, back in, there's clearly good people know about oppression and persecution. When World War II was ended, the righteous 60s, the survivors of the first Holocaust, the survivors of the Holocaust, met their liberators, and their liberators gave the oral tradition of of how they met in those European death camps. Metaphorically, the oral gospel. This is what Dr. Billy Graham replied, circa 1960s. Unless America is able to outsource hidden true, untapped reserve of spirituality, mankind is lost. Dr. Martin Luther King replied, circa 1960s, a man of conscience is not necessarily a consensus builder. People would like to have you think, young people, that the bureaucracy of death is nirvana or a fantasy or some bamboozler, but it's a reality. Let us take a last metaphorically, hyperbole, Jesus catalog when the disciples asked him, what would be the end of the age in the second coming? Jesus didn't nickel and dime the disciples. He gave them the whole McDonald's Happy Meal. He said the oral gospel tradition will be the oral tradition. Get the oral tradition of persecution, quote unquote. The riddle of the stronghold of bureaucracy of the persecution, exploitation down through the constellation of time by strongholds of government. And he said, I digress. Jesus replied, the gospel, but first the gospel will be spread first in Jerusalem, Samaria, Judea, and the uttermost parts of the world. Then shall the end come. Dr. Billy Graham catalog, circa 1960s. In this technological age, the last 5 minutes I've been talking, it's a quote, I'm able to reach more of unsaved flesh than all the first century apostles and Christians and disciples combined. So Jesus' itinerant Galilean deity wrapped in flesh checks all the above mentioned boxes. Now I digress, but at the end of the day, listen, children, the people of color and the people that have been oppressed by the Holocaust have an unspoken language of love. Because the veterans are all gone now. And this election year, voter rights our peoples of color are being swept under the rug. Because those old witnesses of those liberators of those Auschwitz and Dachau, the black veterans from World War II are gone. And they witnessed it, and it can happen. And let us not revisit the oral gospel, this oral tragedy of persecution and oppression. I'll full stop.